Hello everyone. Welcome to Next Gen Data Aspirants Community YouTube channel. I am Suparna Babu. Today I am going to explore about three DAX functions in Power BI. If you see here, today I am going to explore about row number, rank, remove filters. So we are going to see how this DAX functions will use in our real time. So let's begin. Now before going into the DAX topic, let me explain you about the dataset. Which dataset I am going to use for this three DAX functions, because here if you see I have uh, 5 to 6 tables are there. So let me go to the table view. So here if you see there is a table called three dot orders. Here if you see row ID, order date, ship date, followed by customer name, segment, country, city, state, postal code, region, and product category, subcategory, product name, and sales quantity discount. So this is which is basically a transactional data. Like this is a one of the e-commerce company daily transactions data. Fine. Now let me go to the report view. Here if you see row number and rank, so these two we can call it as a table level DAX functions. So let's begin with row number. Now first please listen the requirement. Now I want to assign a rank. Let's say for example for city wise sales, city wise sales. So let's say here if you see in the city I have Los Angeles. In the across the different dates there are different number of sales, there are different amount of sales. So now I want to accumulate the city wise sales. Let's say Los Angeles this much and that rank is this much based on the total sales amount. Let's say New York is this much sales, that rank is this much. Like that I want to create a subset of subset table from this main table. So how I can do that? It's already selected. Now click on this new table. Once if we click on this new table, so here, so let me take city sales. Currently we are using row number. So that's why I'm putting row number for differentiating. Now here, before assigning the rank, we need to create a one virtual table on the fly. So we need to create a one virtual table. For that I am taking variable. I'm giving name as a table TBL. So let's take summarize. So in the summarize, if you see syntax, if we need to give 4 parameters. This is mandatory. Those which are in the square brackets, it is optional. It is optional. So table, what is that table? 3 dot orders. 3 dot orders, comma, group by column. Which column we are going to use? Group by city. 3 dot order city. Okay, fine. Now here then name. The name is I'm going to use total sales I'm going to. Now expression, for expression let me take sum of sales from the 3 dot orders, close. Now it will create a summarized table by city. Okay, fine. Now let's return. Now I am returning the function. So in the return, what I am going to do, I need to add a column for this table. So add columns. In that table it is asking which table you are calling. So if you see here I already created a table variable. Let me call that TBL. Now comma then name. So name, let's say rank RN. RN means row number. So for differentiating I am putting RN, row number DAX function. Here we are going to now expression. Now we need to give a expression. So in the expression, just come to the next line. So if you want to come to the next line, just press shift enter from your keyboard. Press shift enter from your keyboard. So now here you can take row number. So here return a unique rank for the current context within the specified partition sorted by the specific order or an access specified. Okay, fine. So here we need to give this much of parameters. So, but for this example, I'm going to use only first two, relation and order by. So I'm not going to use any partition by or match by or belongs or reset. So I'm going to use these two. So relation. So in the relation row number, which table it is going to relate? Table. We are already created one variable called table. Then comma order by. Let's take order by DAX function in the expression. Which expression? So the expression here already we created total sales. Just call that. So total sales, comma order direction. So you want to order it from lower to higher or higher to higher? Like if I say ascending or descending, because I want to order it in a descending based on the sales. Based on the sales, let's me put descending. Okay, fine. Now let's close the bracket, close the bracket, close the bracket. Now let's click execute. The moment if I click execute, now it returned three columns: city, total sales from here, and rank RN from here. Okay. Now let me ascend it properly. Now here if you see, the moment if I select here, it is telling that 531 distinct values and 531 rows. 531 distinct values and 531 rows here if you see. Okay. So in that, so it's fine. Okay, it's fine. So now here, let me check, is there any city having the same sale, same amount of sales? So for this here, it's very hard to find. What I'll do, let me copy this entire table, open a Excel. So in this Excel, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take blank workbook. Let me paste it here. Now let's select this column. Let me find duplicate values. Just click OK. Fine. Now just let me scroll down. If there is any duplicate, it will highlighted with color. Now here if you see Conway and this city having the same sales, and Lake Elsinore and Ontario having the same sales. Even though if these two having the same sales, but it is given 375, 376. Ideally it should come 375, 375 and 382, 382. But it is assigning the row number. Let me see if there is any other thing is there. One more is there. What is that? Bullhead City and Tinley Park. So both are having the same sales, but it is assigned a unique rank number. So that's why if you go to the Power BI, this row number, what it is telling, it is assigning the unique number to the each and every row, irrespective of same sales or different sales. That's what proved here. Irrespective of same sales or different sales, it is assigning the one rank, one number to the each and every row. So if you remember in your SQL also, we will have a similar kind of concept called row number, row number in the window functions. The same thing here also we are seeing. Okay, fine. Now I want to, let's say for example, I want to make this as a 375. I want to make this as a 382 because these two are same cells. So how I can do that? Let me go here. Now what I'll do, let me take one more new table. Now this time I'll go with the rank function, which is in our second function in this video. City sales rank. Fine. Now let me take variable same table. First I need to summarize the table. Summarize orders table, comma, group by column name, city from the orders, then total sales, then sum of order sales, close the bracket, then come to the next line, take return. Then in this return, now I need to add a column. Let's take add columns in this table as discussed earlier. The same way, let's call table variable. Then this time directly I'm giving the rank, the new column name. The rank is the new column name. Now let's come to the next line. So here now let's take rank instead of row number. Now I am taking the rank. So here it is So this much options we have: ties, relation, order by, blanks, partition by, match by, reset. Okay, fine. So ties means how you need to use, like is it a dense, is it a row number, or so let's take dense. Let's take dense. Then relation, table, order by, let me take order by function. So total sales. Total sales from where we are getting? From here. This table we created, this total sales, comma, how I can do it ordering by using the descending. Let me close the bracket. So now here what you are doing, we are ordering here in the descending, but here we are using this dense and rank. So if you remember in SQL also we have a, instead of row number we will have one more window function, dense rank. Dense rank. So what it will give? It will give the unique ranks, and wherever we have the same values, it will keep the same number and give the next rank to the next value. So now let's execute this. Once if I execute this, now here you will see a table. Let me ascend it properly. Now let me do one thing. Let me take this copy of the table. Let me go here. So let me put some gap. Let me do one thing. This I can bold and I can make this as a some red color. Okay, now here let me paste that. So let me bold this. Let me do it as a green color. So this is row number. This is by using the rank. Okay, fine. Now here let me filter the duplicate values. Now let's scroll down. We saw somewhere in the bottom. Now here if you see, if I select this 375, 376, now here if you see 375, 375. So in the same way, but for these three cities, here different ranks, here we see the same rank. In the same way, we have one more place. Here if you see 502, 503, but 501. I think here there will be some fraction number is there, but here it is working properly. 375, 375, 381. Yeah, there some decimal number which is presented here, that might be the reason, forget that. But here it is showing the three, it is assigning the same rank. It is assigning the same rank for here 381, 381, the same rank. Okay, so now if I go to the Power BI, here what it is telling, it is giving the dense rank wherever it have the total sales. In this we have total sales, have the total sales had the same value, it is assigning the same rank, and then again it is starting from the another number, continuation of that number. This is the about row number and rank DAX functions. I hope you all are clear. Now let's go to the report view. So the next thing is remove filters. The next thing is remove filters. Let's see what is this remove filters. So now the same dataset I'm going to use. So in this three dot orders, let me create a new measure. Let me create a new measure, category sales. Let's take calculate sum of order sales, three dot order sales, close the bracket. Now let me take remove filter. So in this, let me take the column of orders category, close the bracket, close the bracket. First let's execute, let's drag the values. Let me explain this DAX function. Now category, okay, fine. We have three categories. Let me drag first our normal default sales column. So the total value is 22 lakhs. It is when I'm dragging in this chart, it is filtered across these categories. Furniture is this much, office supplies this much, and technology is this much. Fine. Now let me drag our this category sales measure. Now here if you see, it is not applying any filter. Let me open the DAX function. So here what's happening, first it is calculating the sum of sales, and in the filter section it is removing the filter on top of the category column. So here we have the category column, whatever ideally it should filter, so that's why this default column is filtered, but it is removing the filters, it is removing the filters, that's why it is not returning the same value. So if you think the same kind of concept you saw somewhere, what is that? That function we call it as a all, all. Just all will also will act as like will give you the same result. That's why I can say remove filter is a synonym of all, or else I can say remove filter is a cousin brother of all. Like both will work similar kind of scenarios, but the difference is all we can use on top of the table also, but remove filter we can use in the particular calculation expression only. In the particular calculation expression only. This is the difference. Okay, now okay, fine. I have category sum of sales category says. Okay, then what if I drag let's say for example subcategory. What if I drag subcategory? So now let me drag subcategory after the category. Let's see how it will behave. So the moment if I drag the subcategory, now this is not working. This remove filter is not working. Why not? Why it's not working? See here, if you remember, we applied remove filters on the category only, not on the subcategory, and also each category will have different subcategories. Let's say furniture have this many subcategories, office supply have this many subcategories, and technology have this many subcategories. So that's why when this subcategory is filtering, at the same time it is filtering the respective value also. It is filtering the respective value also. So how we can restrict that? No need to worry, just simply go here, put comma, now this time call subcategory. Let's execute. Now here if you see, now it is remove the filters. Initially it is working on the subcategory, now it is removed the filters. Okay, fine. So what if I apply any filter from the external? Let's take a slicer. It is very big size. Let me take. So from this, what I'll do? Let me take region. So let me take region. Now let's apply central. Let me close this. See, working perfectly. See, even though if we are applying any external filter also, it is also not applying here. Actually, if you are clicking, if you on over here, the applied filter is south. So that is applying on this this value only, not this value. So this is working for this also. Okay, fine. So this is all about remove filter DAX function. So let me recap what we learned today. So today we learned three DAX functions, which is row number, rank, remove filters. Row number and rank are the table level DAX functions. So like your SQL, row number will give you the each unique number for each row, and while coming to the rank based on the specification like dense or some other, it will give you the rank. And while coming to the remove filters, it will remove the filters. It's a like a synonym of your all DAX functions. Each one have their own kind of requirement. Depending upon the scenario or requirement, you can use this in your real time. I hope you all like this video. Please like this video, comment, share this video, and please subscribe Next Gen Data Aspirants Community YouTube channel. Thank you all. We'll meet you in the another interesting video. Thank you all once again.